Okie doke, artichokes. It's time for the first empties of the year. I am going to do them bi-monthly this year just so you see them more often. I didn't really use a ton of stuff in February, so I figured this would be like a good length of January and February's would be like a good length of an empties. Because I don't, nobody wants to watch an hour-long empties every time. So we'll try to keep them under the half an hour mark. So by doing them bi-monthly, we might keep them relatively short. So, I mean, I didn't use a ton of stuff in January or February, but I used a good bit of stuff. I have been focusing, at least I've been trying to, amidst all my testing of products that I've been doing lately, I've been trying to focus on using up older products, things that have been around a while, before they go completely off. Like, some of them are like pretty old, but they don't have like a smell or, the texture hasn't changed or the performance hasn't changed. So I'm trying to use up the older things that I've got before they get to that point so I don't, waste anything. So you'll see a bit of that in January and February, I think. Actually, I don't even remember what I used in February. Not that much. Okay, we'll start off with a wellness product. Now, admittedly, I haven't been taking my vitamins or supplements like super consistently. I never have to begin with, but it's been pretty bad the last few months. Like, I don't remember the last time I took vitamin D or iron. I haven't taken B complex in a while because I've been out. I need to reorder it. But this one is my favorite. I really like this one. And as long as I'm not taking it too much, it does really well for like my energy. This is the My Kind Organics B complex. It says once daily, but it definitely can build up in your system, where that if you do take it too much and too much builds up in your system, you get like a flushing. I noticed that that's what was happening with this one specifically. When I first started taking it, I think I took it for maybe a week and a half every single day. And then I started to get like a flushing all over my body. I thought I was having an allergic reaction at first, but then I was like, no, that can't be right. But then I remembered that B can sometimes do that. It can give you like a flushing if there's too much in your system. So I backed down to about once a week just to sort of like maintain my B. So this lasted me quite a long time. There's 36 tablets in here. It is a vegan formula. I think most B is. But I really like this one. I am definitely going to be rebuying this. I know iHerb sells it, so I'll probably place an iHerb order for a couple of bottles just so I have them on hand. But I really like the My Kind Organics Garden of Life. I'm pretty sure have they been sold to like Nestle or something now? It is almost impossible these days to like, for a brand to not sell out to like a giant corporation and like not change. So I have like a hard time. Like, unless I notice like a difference in the quality, I'm probably going to keep taking my Garden of Life My Kind Organics vitamins just because they've been, they've done so well for me. I take, like the Garden of Life D, I take the Garden of Life Iron, my prenatals, which I'm not taking prenatals anymore. I'm taking just like once a days now, but like all of that is the same company. So unless I notice any kind of change, I'll keep taking them just because it is so hard to find vitamins that I like that are vegan, that are not uber expensive, but I do like this B. If, who they're owned by doesn't bother you. I mean, it bothers me, but what, like, we have to like come to some kind of, I don't know, we have to figure something out at some point. Like, just make certain exceptions for certain things. Like, it's hard. I don't do it with beauty products. Like, if a company owns, if a company is owned by a parent company that tests, I don't support that in beauty products. But like with vitamins, I feel a little bit differently just because it's hard to find, reputable vitamins out there these days. It kind of is. Anyway, I have one hair thing. It's the Evolve H Smart Volume Leave-In Conditioner Spray. I've been through, I don't even know how many of these. This is the only leave-in conditioner spray that I use. I am using one right now. I do have a backup because that is my favorite. I love that one. I don't have any problems with it. It doesn't volumize my hair. It's smart volume, but I don't notice any volumizing. But it, detangles my hair nicely. It keeps my hair healthy. Really, what else could you ask for? I have the Agent Nature Holy Stick No. 3 deodorant. This is just a small size. I've used all I can of this. I could like dig this out, but I really don't feel like using my fingers. There's just not very, it's like down to the plastic. like right here. This was just a smaller size that came in a Detox Market box along with, I think, their face oil. I can't remember what else was featured that month. This is a good deodorant, except it does have too high of a concentration of baking soda. So in the summer, this is very, very, very irritating. I finished this up in the winter because I don't have like an over sweating issue like I do in the summer. So I was able to use this up in the winter without any issue. But in the summer, this stings and irritates and gives me such a reaction. So this is not one that I can rebuy. But I use it in the winter just fine. But because it doesn't work for me all year round, I wouldn't rebuy it. So I know lots of people love that, but for me, the concentration of baking soda is just way too high. Okay, we have a few skin things. I guess I'll start with these. So the one mask that I went through was just a sample. It was the Alpen Beauty. This was their 8, what the heck was this? 8 acid polishing peel, the wild huckleberry one. I actually really, really liked this. I am definitely thinking I'll pick up a full size at some point in the future, but right now I haven't. I don't need it. I have way too many masks, but that one was really, really nice. It wasn't super strong and intense, but it left my skin feeling so soft. Just, that was very nice. I really liked that. I haven't tried much from that company. I've tried their moisturizer a couple of times, but really that's the extent of Alpen Beauty that I've tried. I know some people, it's like hit or miss with some people. Some people say they really like it. Other people say that some of the products are really irritating. So I think it just sort of depends on your skin and ingredients that your skin likes, things like that. So I hope to try more from them in the future just to try them, see how I like them, but I did like that mask. I would purchase that in the future. I've used up 2 different acne patches. I've got the Mighty Patch Invisible, which I've talked about a ton. I rebuy those all the time. Since I do need to place an iHerb order, they do sell those on iHerb as well as the Detox Market, as well as through Hero Patch itself, obviously, but I pretty much buy them from iHerb and Detox Market. So I'll probably throw those in my iHerb order when I order my vitamins. And then the Real Miracle Patch. These are invisible dots. This one has 39 and it's $17.99. This one has 24 and it's $12. So I think these are still more affordable, because if you buy 2 packs of these, it'll get you 48 patches, which is 9 less than this box, but that would cost you $24. I think the Mighty Patches are still cheaper, even though this one seems cheaper just because there's less in the package. They both work like exactly the same, basically. The Real Patches, or Rail, or however you pronounce this, I find these to be on par with the Mighty Patch Heroes. The Mighty Patch, the Hero, whatever this company is, Hero Mighty Patches. So those are the 2 brands that I would recommend. I've tried a bunch of brands at this point. I will be doing an acne patch video. I just need to get it together. But those are the 2 that I would recommend because I find that they work, you know, on par with each other. These worked really well. These work really well. These are just more affordable probably. And you can get them even more affordable if you buy them on Hero's website. You can sign up for their subscription, which I think saves you like 15%, and then you get them automatically. So they're definitely cheaper to do it that way. So that's that. I have a couple of cleansing products. I've got the H's for Love Rafa Harmonizing Oil Cleanser, which came in a Boxwalla box forever ago. Who remembers this box? What else was in it? I can't remember actually. I don't remember what else came in this box. But this is a non-emulsifying oil cleanser. I do believe it's got blue tansy in it. This was nice, but I do prefer like Nini Organics Halo if I'm gonna go with a non-emulsifying oil cleanser. And I'm pretty sure, this seems very expensive to me because I'm pretty sure the full size is 1.7 ounces and this is 1 ounce and is like $50 something. I'd go with Nini Organics Halo. It's much more affordable because it's bigger. It's 3.4 ounces and I think it's around the same price point once you get it in the USD. Anyway, I just feel more of a connection to like Nini Organics than H's for Love. They've got good products. I do like their propolis mask, which is very good for, you know, repairing and healing skin, but the rest of it is sort of like take it or leave it for me. I don't really find it to be, you know, super beneficial for my skin. I didn't really notice like a ton, but it's a beautiful line. It is a beautiful line. So then I also have the Osmia Black Clay Facial Soap. I love this soap. I rebuy it all the time. I cut it up into smaller bars, so 1 bar pretty much lasts me the entire year. As long as I keep it on a soap saver, you know, and I use the tiny bars, they last quite a long time. So buy yourself a soap saver. Spend the $3 on the soap saver from Osmia because they really do prolong the life of your soap, as well as cutting each soap up into smaller pieces. So you're not, you know, like wetting and deteriorating the whole bar of soap every time that you use it. You're just using little pieces. It'll last you much longer, especially since her bar soaps are very expensive. I did just buy her spring collection. They're 20 bucks each, which it seems almost criminal for soap, especially since you can get like the Kopa Kawaii soaps for $6 each. But I did want to try the spring soaps, so I don't know. I bought another soap saver at the same time as well because I love those soap savers. I've got soap savers all over the house now. All right, so I've got 3 different mists. I've got the Bryotech Topical Skin Spray, which is it's like the same thing as the Tower 28 SOS spray, which I love. Have repurchased the Tower 28 spray. I used 2 bottles of this and I don't like it as much as the Tower 28 spray. So I don't know if the concentration of ingredients is different in that, even though the ingredients are the same. I just didn't find that one worked for me as well as the Tower 28 one does. So that one is less expensive. Can you hear my cat crying outside? She's like so needy. That one is less expensive, but the Tower 28 one I find works better. So I did buy the big refill bottle of the Tower 28 one so I can just refill my pump bottle. So you save some money that way. I would suggest going that route. That's just me though. Okay, a couple more mists. I've got the Lil Fox Aphrodite Rose Quartz Infused Toning Mist. This does come in a full size as a 3.4 ounce. This was just the 1.7. This was featured in a Clean Beauty box. This was lovely. It was just rose, hydrolot, quartz crystal. It's just like a nice rose spray. It smells very like fresh roses, like a garden of roses, not like synthetic rose. Beautiful, but I have so many mists. I probably won't rebuy that one, but it is beautiful. If you're looking for a rose mist and you love Lil Fox, maybe like you just are like a Lil Fox devotee and you love rose mists, that one is beautiful, but I likely won't rebuy it just because I have so many mists right now and other ones that are like more special. I don't know, it is beautiful, but I likely won't rebuy it. The last one I have is the Fico Beauty Night Essence. I mean, this one is one that I'll rebuy because I do really love. Fico does amazing things for my skin. When I'm using just Fico products, my skin just looks amazing. It does. I mean, I love testing other products, but literally every time that I go back to Fico and I'm using only Fico, my skin just looks like nothing else. So like if I were to stop blogging, probably at this point I would use Fico because my skin just responds so well to it, even though I love so much other skincare. But I mean, it's hard too because I love Nini Organics, I love Mahalo, I love Natural Logic, I love so many skin brands, but my skin really just does wonderfully well on Fico. But this, I do have another one because I did get one in a Beauty Heroes box from earlier this year, so I have another one of these, but I am out of the Day Essence. I will have another Day Essence at some point, but I love the Night Essence and I am still using it nightly, sometimes during the day as well. I do like spraying it during the day. I don't really think it makes a difference if you use it in the night or during the day, but I use it at both. So that was January's empties. I didn't go through too much, but I did use up a few things that I was specifically trying to use up, like these 3 things I was trying to use up because I've had them around a little bit longer. This one is just, it was easy to go through because it's a smaller size deodorant than like a standard size deodorant. So I am testing more deodorants now. But at some point I'll have to go back and like finish off the other deodorants that I tested for my first video, but we'll sort of see where my second video takes me. Okay, so February I barely had anything. I only had a few things. Because again, I wasn't really, I don't know, I was testing so much in February that I wasn't really trying to use as much up. But January I did have the opportunity to use some stuff up. Okay, so I used a couple of body things. I've got a Bathorium Crush, the Charcoal Garden Detox. Bathorium is pretty much like the only bath company that I support these days, just because I love their products. They're affordable. I like the ingredients. They make the water feel really nice. I love their kid line. Like, I just love Bathorium. If you're gonna buy any bath products, highly recommend Bathorium because I absolutely love them. You know, the more that you buy, it gets more affordable. Plus, like, when you buy it in Canadian, it seems super inexpensive, like in USD. especially when they have their like deals, or their Bliss bundle is like always an amazing bundle. Like every time they have that, I like buy more, though at this point I don't need more bath products. I need to stop buying them. But if you have yet to find a bath company that you love and bath products that you love, I highly recommend Bathorium. I did use one of their bath bombs as well. I think this is the first time I used one of their bath bombs. This was the Snooze one. Their bath bombs are some of the best, or the best bath bombs I've ever used. I've used a few from a few different companies, you know, some that you can get from Whole Foods, like the cheapy ones. This one is $10, but it's really, really good because it lasts a long time in the bath. Like it doesn't just fizz for like a minute and then it's gone. It fizzes for a good like 5 or 6 minutes, and it leaves like this layer of like moisturizing foam sort of at the top of the tub. So the water is just really soft. It feels really great, and you come out feeling moisturized, you know, from the bath bomb. So like what is in here that makes it sort of feel like that? I don't actually know. There's Epsom salt, there's sea salt, there's sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch, kaolin clay, there's hibiscus powder, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, cocoa butter. Okay, so there's some moisturizing things in here. Bergamot oil, patchouli, ylang ylang. God, I love these. These are so good. Anytime that you can find these in like sort of like a bundle situation, use one a month or something like that. Highly recommend, because I love their bath bombs. I did use another one in March, and they did send me their Aphrodite bath bomb, which was like a special. I don't think it's going to be limited edition, because I think I asked them and they said it's not limited edition, but they released it for like February. It's this humongous, it's this humongous bath bomb. I haven't used it yet because I'm like, I don't want to use it. It is pretty expensive. It's $25, but it's supposed to fizz for like 12 minutes. So, you know, like get ready for like a long bath experience when you use one of those. Like that is sort of like a treat yourself to like a very luxurious bath, you know, time. Like put on a face mask, put on a movie, sit in the bath for 2 hours. Like that's the kind of bath time that I would use with that bath bomb. So like I just need to sort of like find that kind of time. Pick a good movie, a good face mask. Okay, so I've also got the Kopa Kawaii Papaya soap. This is one of their full sizes, $6. Like I said again, Osmia does make great soap, but they are so expensive. So if you want like handmade, like artisanal batch, small batch soaps, and you want to support like a small company, check out Kopa Kawaii, because their classic soaps are $6 each. I'm pretty sure their sea salt soaps are $8. So still very affordable. As long as you get yourself a soap saver, they will last you a long time. So I opened this one in February. I still have it in my shower. I just throw the packages in the month that I open them in, because by the time I finally finish it, I'll have forgotten about it. But yeah, I love these, super affordable. The scents are really amazing. They're very moisturizing. I shave with them, I bathe with them. I really love them. So definitely check out Kopa Kawaii if you have not yet. Okay, so I've also got the In Beauty Project Electrify Lightning Bolt Eye Mask. These are really nice. You know, they're not as natural as, you know, like the 100% pure ones or the Honest Hazel ones. If you're looking for like a strictly natural eye gel, I would still stick with those two. But if you don't mind, you know, a few extra synthetic ingredients, but they don't have silicones, they don't have mineral oil, they don't have PEGs, sulfates, parabens, phthalates. So they've got all of the, they avoid all of the, you know, like serious offenders, right? If, you know, if you follow more of like a pure and a clean lifestyle, you avoid most of those things, because I do. But you know, I've started to like be a little bit more lenient on some synthetics and things like that. So, I mean, I like them. They do hydrate the under eye really nicely. You can get a pack of 4 for like $18. So I think that makes them roughly 4.5 or something each. So not terrible, but the Honest Hazel eye gels are $4 each. The 100% pure eye gels are $7 each. So that's that. The last couple of skincare things I've got are the Blue Alchemy Toning Elixir. This came as a gift with purchase in a Beauty Heroes order that I placed, I think, in January. I don't know. I love the Blue Alchemy Toning Elixir. I've been through a full size. I've now been through this trial size. This is beautiful. If you are looking for maybe a replacement to like Josh Rosebrook, because I stopped supporting Josh Rosebrook, but if you're looking for sort of like a mist that has a fine mist, that is deeply hydrating, you want the same like experience, obviously it's gonna be a different scent. I would recommend Blue Alchemy, because their toning mist is like it's insane. I love that toning mist. I love the Blue Alchemy line in general. Like all of their skincare really, the C serum, the bakuchiol, retinol serum, whatever they've got, the antioxidant oil and the toning mist are definitely their standouts, but their oil cleanser is beautiful. Their scrub is beautiful. Their eye oil is beautiful. I love them. I love Blue Alchemy. They're really great. I also finished up the sample of the Ranavat Bakuchi cream. This lasted me 3 uses, so I used it I used it during the day, and then I used it the next day, morning and night. This is fine. I didn't really find it to be anything super special. There was no, it didn't really, it reminds me of the Fit Glow Vita Rich cream, which I find much more hydrating, and which my skin needs it needs more hydration than moisturizing. So for that reason, I wouldn't buy this. I also didn't find it to be very special for my skin. Like, Ranavat is a beautiful line. That's not one for me. I don't think it was breaking me out because I broke out the first time that I used it, but then I didn't break out the next 2 times that I used it. So I don't think my breakout was necessarily contributed to that. I think there must have been some other thing going on that like made me break out the time that I used that, but it's not one that I would rebuy. You can buy a little bit of a jar sample of it on the Ranavat website if you want to give it a try. I think it's like $20 for, maybe it's like 0.2 ounces or something like that. So if you want to give it a try and you want to, find an affordable way to do that, check that out. But it's not one that I would recommend, especially for people who've got similar skin type to mine. I just don't think it's going to benefit you in any way because it didn't for me. All right, the last 2 things that I've got are makeup, and they're the same product, just in 2 different shades. I've got the Kosas concealers in 2 and 3. They sent me these when they launched them, and I've had these for less time than some of my other concealers, like my Ilia concealers. You can actually go back and watch that video because I did compare a lot of other concealers shade range to this shade range. So all of those other concealers that I compared in that video are still fine. They still smell good and perform the same way as they did when I first opened them, but these smell atrocious. Like, I don't know why they smell the way that they do. What is their shelf life? It's probably only 12 months. But I've got other concealers that have 12 months shelf life that are still performing and smell just fine. So these go off very quickly, so maybe keep that in mind if you are buying concealers, if you've been looking at this one maybe, if you've wanted to try it but have never tried it. If it's like the only makeup product that you use, maybe you only use 1 concealer at a time. Like, the problems that I have sometimes of things going off is a problem that I have only because I'm a blogger, not because I'm like a normal consumer. If I was a normal consumer, I wouldn't have the amount of stuff that I have. I would, like before I was a blogger, I had 1 foundation, 1 blush. I had, I didn't even have any lip products or mascara or brows. Like, that's beside the point. But I had like 1 of everything that I had, right? I had 1 cleanser, I had 1 moisturizer, I had 1 mask, I had 1 whatever else I had. I didn't use a ton of skincare, so I didn't really have that much, but I had 1 thing, and I would use that thing till it ran out, and then I would try something else. So like, as a normal consumer, you probably wouldn't have an issue going through this in a reasonable amount of time. But if you are a normal consumer, you're not a blogger, but you do like to collect makeup, maybe you like to try everything or most things, just know that if this is in your collection, to use it up faster than some of the other things that you've got, just because it does go off quicker than like the Fit Glow concealers or the Ilia concealers if you've got either of those. So if you have Kosas concealers in your collection now and you've had them a little while, maybe give them a little bit more love and use them up, just because they'll probably be going off relatively soon. So I did rebuy a couple of shades of Kosas concealers, but once those go bad or are gone, I probably won't continue to rebuy that, just because it does go off quicker and because I don't go through things as fast as other people. And if I were to stop blogging, that would not be the concealer that I would, continue using anyway. So once the shades that I've just repurchased are gone, I likely won't rebuy that. So keep that in mind if you have it or are considering it. It does go off relatively quickly compared to other concealers that are out there in the clean beauty space. So that's everything that I've got for January and February empties. Not very much. I usually go through a lot more stuff, but I've been testing a lot of skincare. I've been trying a lot of new skincare. If you watched my video earlier this week, I am sort of like working on going through some new skincare as well. You know, I'm trying the Boxwala products. I'm trying a new like vitamin C hyaluronic serum. I'm using that Indie serum just to use it, but I'm not using a ton of old stuff right now, though I am trying to go through my mists. Like I am using my Ranavat mist. I do have another mist in my bathroom that I'm trying to use up because it is a little bit older. Like I am trying to go through my older mists because I know that those are things that I can finish relatively quickly. But I got so sidetracked by this one because I love this mist. If you are looking for a beautiful, deeply hydrating mist, oh, highly recommend. I love that one so much. I do have another bottle of that, but I've been saving it, but maybe I need to pull it back out. But we'll talk about that again when we get to like my mist video. I keep putting off my oil cleanser video because now Earthwise Beauty has come out with an oil cleanser, and there's another brand that I'm trying to get, and I got like an email that they're releasing something. It hasn't released yet, so I don't want to say which brand it is. But there's another brand that is releasing an oil cleanser, and I'm trying to get my hands on that so I can test it and throw it in my upcoming oil cleanser video. I know a lot of you guys are probably waiting on those like the video series that I promised last year where it was like going through my stash. We're going to do that, but like I am one of those people that I kind of need to like finish what I start before I start something else, sort of. I don't always do that, but like for this kind of thing where I'm going through my like collection of things, I want to do that because like I have this idea to do each of my collections of things. So like my oil cleansers, next we'll do balm cleansers, then we'll do gel cleansers, then we'll do, I mean, like how many freaking categories of cleansers are there, right? It's gonna take months just to get through my cleansers, but aside from just showing you the cleansers that I have and have tried, I also wanna do like my top oil cleanser products. But now that I know that there are a couple of coming out, I kind of wanna try them to let you guys know, do I include these in the best oil cleansers? What are my thoughts on them? Do I recommend them? Oh my God. The things that I find stressful and like stop me from continuing these projects, you guys are probably like, I mean, I am a little bit obsessive about some things. That's just, I guess that's the way that I would describe my sort of like personality, is like kind of obsessive to the point where like it stops me from doing something. Anyway, that's all that I've got for this video. I'm running out of battery and time. So before we hit the half-an-hour mark, I am gonna say goodbye, and you will see a new Empties video in a couple of months. I am gonna be working on a favorites video. I'm gonna try to do those this year with some regularity, so we'll see. Hopefully next week. But thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are, or if you have any comments or whatever, just talk to me if you feel like it. And if you don't, then don't. But I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.